Nathaniel Adams Cole's March 17, 1919, February 15, 1965, known professionally as Nat King Cole, was an American singer, jazz pianist, and actor. Cole's career as a jazz and pop vocalist started in the late 1930s and spanned almost 3 decades, where he found success and recorded over 100 songs that became hits on the pop charts. Cole began his career as a jazz pianist in the late 1930s when he formed the King Cole Trio, which became the top-selling group and the only black act on Capitol Records in the 1940s. Cole's trio was the model for small jazz ensembles that followed. Starting in 1950, he transitioned to become a solo singer billed as Nat King Cole. Despite achieving mainstream success, Cole faced intense racial discrimination during his career. While not a major vocal public figure in the civil rights movement, Cole was a member of his local NAACP branch and participated in the 1963 March on Washington. He regularly performed for civil rights organizations. From 1956 to 1957, Cole hosted the NBC variety series The Nat King Cole Show, which became the first nationally broadcast television show hosted by a Black American. Some of Cole's most notable singles include Unforgettable, Smile, A Blossom Fell, Nature Boy, When I Fall in Love, Let There Be Love, Mona Lisa, Autumn Leaves, Stardust, Straighten Up, and Fly Right, The Very Thought of You, For Sentimental Reasons, Embraceable You, and Almost Like Being in Love. His 1960 Christmas album, The Magic of Christmas, was the best-selling Christmas album released in the 1960s, and was ranked as one of the 40 Essential Christmas Albums 2019 by Rolling Stone. In 2022, Cole's recording of the Christmas song broke the record for the longest journey to the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 when it peaked at number 9, 62 years after it debuted on the chart, and was selected by the Library of Congress for preservation in the United States National Recording Registry. Cole received numerous accolades, including a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame 1960 and a Special Achievement Golden Globe Award posthumously. Cole has received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award 1990, along with the Semicon Lifetime Achievement Award 1992, and has been inducted into the Downbeat Jazz Hall of Fame 1997. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2000, and the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame 2020. NPR named him one of the 50 great voices. Cole was the father of singer Natalie Cole 1950 to 2015, who covered her father's songs in the 1991 album Unforgettable... with Love. Nathaniel Adams Coles was born in Montgomery, Alabama on March 17, 1919. He had 3 brothers, Eddie, Ike, and Freddie, and a half-sister, Joyce. Each of the Coles brothers pursued careers in music. When Cole was 4 years old, the family moved to Chicago, Illinois, where his father, Edward, became a Baptist minister. Cole learned to play the organ from his mother, Perlina Adams Coles, the church organist. His first performance was Yes, We Have No Bananas at the age of 4. Cole began formal piano lessons at the age of 12, learning jazz, gospel, and classical music from Johann Sebastian Bach to Sergei Rachmaninoff. As a youth, Cole joined the News Delivery Boys Bud Billiken Club band for the Chicago Defender. Personal life. Around the time Cole launched his singing career, he entered into Freemasonry. Cole was raised in January 1944 in the Thomas Waller Lodge No. 49 in California. The lodge was named after fellow Prince Hall Mason and jazz musician Fats Waller. Cole joined the Scottish Rite Freemasonry, becoming a 32nd degree Mason. Cole was an avid baseball fan, particularly of Hank Aaron. In 1968, Nelson Riddle related an incident from some years earlier of music studio engineers searching for a source of noise and finding Cole listening to a game on a transistor radio. Marriages and children. Cole met his first wife, Nadine Robinson, while they were on tour for the all-black Broadway musical Shuffle Along. Cole was 18 when they married in 1937, and was the reason why he moved to Los Angeles and formed the Nat King Cole Trio. Their marriage ended in divorce in 1948. On March 28, 1948, Easter Sunday, 6 days after his divorce became final, Cole married singer Maria Hawkins. The Coles were married in Harlem's Abyssinian Baptist Church by Adam Clayton Powell Jr. They had 5 children. Natalie, who had a successful career as a singer before dying of congestive heart failure at age 65. An adopted daughter, Carol, who died of lung cancer at the age of 64. An adopted son, Nat Kelly Cole, who died of AIDS at the age of 36. And twin daughters, Casey and Timolyn, born September 26, 1961. Maria supported Cole during his final illness and stayed with him until his death. In an interview, she emphasized his musical legacy and the class he exhibited despite his imperfections. Death. In September 1964, Cole began to lose weight and experienced back problems. He collapsed with pain after performing at the Sands Hotel in Las Vegas. In December, Cole was working in San Francisco when he was finally persuaded by friends to seek medical help. A malignant tumor in an advanced state of growth on Cole's left lung was observed on a chest X-ray. Cole, who was a heavy cigarette smoker, had lung cancer and was expected to have only months to live. Against his doctor's advice, Cole carried on his work and made his final recordings between December 1st and 3rd in San Francisco, with an orchestra conducted by Ralph Carmichael. The music was released on the album LOVE shortly before Cole died. His daughter noted later that he did this to ensure the welfare of his family. Cole entered St. John's Health Center in Santa Monica on December 7, 1964, and cobalt therapy was started on December 10th. Frank Sinatra performed in Cole's place at the grand opening of the new Dorothy Chandler Pavilion of the Los Angeles Music Center on December 12th. Cole's condition gradually worsened, but he was released from the hospital over the New Year's period. At home, Cole was able to see the hundreds of thousands of cards and letters that had been sent after news of his illness was made public. Cole returned to the hospital in early January 1965. He also sent $5,000 to actress and singer Ganila Hutton, with whom Cole had been romantically involved since early 1964. Hutton later telephoned Maria and implored her to divorce him. Maria confronted her husband, and Cole finally broke off the relationship with Hutton. Cole's illness reconciled him with his wife, and Cole vowed that if he recovered, he would go on television to urge people to stop smoking. On January 25th, Cole's entire left lung was surgically removed. His father died of heart problems on February 1st. Throughout Cole's illness, his publicists promoted the idea that he would soon be well and working, despite the private knowledge of his terminal condition. Billboard magazine reported that Nat King Cole has successfully come through a serious operation and the future looks bright for the master to resume his career again. On Valentine's Day, Cole and his wife briefly left St. John's to drive by the sea. Cole died at the hospital early in the morning hours of Monday, February 15, 1965, at the age of 45. Cole's funeral was held on February 18th at St. James Episcopal Church on Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles. 400 people were present inside the church, and thousands gathered outside. Hundreds of members of the public had filed past the coffin the day before. Honorary pallbearers included Robert F. Kennedy, Count Basie, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Johnny Mathis, George Burns, Danny Thomas, Jimmy Durante, Alan Livingston, Frankie Lane, Steve Allen, and Pat Brown, the governor of California. The eulogy was delivered by Jack Benny, who said that Nat Cole was a man who gave so much and still had so much to give. He gave it in song, in friendship to his fellow man, devotion to his family. He was a star, a tremendous success as an entertainer, an institution. But he was an even greater success as a man, as a husband, as a father, as a friend. Cole's remains were interred in Freedom Mausoleum at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. Welcome to the spectacular world of 1,000 vlogs.